Gents, I try not to talk about politics on this channel. This is a channel for men and for the women who support men. However, what I found disturbing was how black women blame black men for what happened in the most recent election.
And for my final crash out of the night before I lay down with my racing thoughts for 12 hours, I just want to leave y'all with this. In the club, we are not family. We are not family. I want to make that crystal clear. We are not family.
You voted for a candidate endorsed by the KKK. For the rest of your life, you have to know that you voted the same way as the KKK.
Black women for the next 4 years, we're not coming to nobody rescue. We not marching on nobody's behalf. We're not doing none of that. We gonna let it ride. Black men, I'm sorry, we ain't got your back. People of color, I'm sorry, we ain't got your back. Because people of color don't even want to be considered people of color. They want to be accepted so bad. Even when the man tell y'all that y'all are lesser than, y'all still go vote for him. So look, we're gonna let y'all figure this out.
Kevin Samuels warned these independent-minded black women a very powerful lesson.
Winter is coming.
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 And winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Winter is coming.
What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I'm your host, Sean C. Let me start by saying that if you are not a black person, this video isn't for you today.
Well, why not?
I am talking to my black people today, both men and women. Black men have been trying to tell black women that they need to wake up and get their shit together. Too many black women have been following other people's agendas, thinking it's their own, not realizing how much they've been brainwashed into doing things that are not in the best interest of the black community as a whole. And today, that shit needs to stop. Every other group of women stand behind their men, unlike black women. Now, black women think they stand behind their men because they primarily date black men, but that is not the same as actually having black men's back overall. There are a lot of powerful lessons that both black men and black women can learn from this election season. And today I will attempt to uncover some of those and how black people need to move forward together, both black men and black women unified in one purpose and one goal. With that being said, let's get started.
Oh, and another thing. Me and you will never be friends if you're voting for Donald Trump. Me and you will never remain friends if you're voting for Donald Trump. It's not a political difference. This is not the 2012, 2004 elections where we just disagree on how the economy should be ran. This is my life. If you are willing to vote for someone who gets to determine whether I live or die if I have complications when I have a child, you will never sit in the presence of me. I had to cut off one of my closest friends because of this election. It is that deep. Anybody can go. I don't care who you think you are. And it's really just showed like how big sexism is, misogyny is, because y'all would rather vote for somebody who told y'all that y'all are lesser than. Y'all would rather vote for somebody who told y'all he doesn't care about y'all, who showed y'all he doesn't care about y'all because he's a man, versus voting for a woman who's very qualified. But because she's a woman and a black woman at that, y'all just couldn't see yourself voting for her. So
y'all failed us, y'all failed us, and like,
Look your lips.
y'all failed us so bad, bro. And I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't want to hear no complaints. Oh my God, you're crying on the internet. You do not know how it felt to live with that man as president before, especially as a black woman. You do not know the way they treated us. You do not know. What disappointed me the most is black men. I'm not even going to talk about Latino men. I'm going to let their people deal with them. But I'm going to talk about black men and how y'all could have made such a big difference.
Oh my God.
Notice we hardly ever ask for help, right? It's one of the hardest things that we have to do. Notice when we ask for help, they played in our fucking face. They play in our face. Your being docile is benefiting them. You turning the other cheek is benefiting them. You not speaking up to keep the peace is benefiting them. You being in your feminine demure era is benefiting them. You being a submissive woman searching for love, searching for marriage, and these men that did not protect us is benefiting them. Black women, you do not have any allies.
Women who can divorce their husbands, I'm gonna need you to do it today. And who can't divorce their husband, look up Aqua Tofana. I didn't say to do anything with it.
Being a black man in America, bro, one thing I realized is we're hated more by our own women than any other person on this planet. This woman is telling women to either divorce their husbands or poison their husband. Aqua tofana is a poison that you can put in food and drinks to people. She's telling women to exterminate their husband because they voted for Trump.
This is what we have to deal with now, right?
Today they're politicians. Tomorrow they back twerking for likes and hating their baby father.
So I see why women are confused on why Kamala lost, and mainly people on the left on why they lost. So I'll quickly tell you why you lost. All that rhetoric you're doing about men right now, that is why you lost. All that saying men are afraid of women because they don't want to vote for Kamala Harris, all that bashing black men from Obama crusty ass and Warhawk ass who should be in prison, all that is why men drove out to the polls and dominated the polls and showed you guys that we're not having that shit. Real men did that. And black women, you out here bashing black men. Yeah, the black man vote for Donald Trump shot up 6% from 2020. Why? Because of what you're doing right now, bashing us. We're tired of the shit, man.
I'm seeing too many people on this here application talk about black women, we have to do it alone.
But that's a lie.
No. Hello? Yes, of course, per usual, we carried everybody on our motherfucking backs, as we always do. But right there, right behind us, despite the fact that they were the only demographic singled out and demeaned in this election in the way that they were, they showed up. Unlike the rest of these motherfuckers, we're in this alone. Do not buy into the program that black men and black women are at odds.
I know y'all upset. I know y'all frustrated. I get it. But what we not gonna do, we not gonna blame these black men for why she didn't win. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna point the finger at the black men because I know better. See, what happened was a lot of y'all thought y'all had allies in this thing, but what y'all don't understand is when election year comes around, they tell us one thing, but then they show us at them polls, because one thing they gonna do, baby, they're gonna stick together.
Let me tell y'all what we not gonna do. What we not gonna do is come at these black men, especially if you're not a black woman. Black men are more locked in with us than any other race of people. White men ain't had their women back. Latino men didn't have their women back. Hell, truth be told, they didn't have each other back. And neither did they. We can't beat black men up because they the only ones who stood up when the rest of y'all sat down.
This is the problem. This 12%. This 12% was the problem. This is the deciding factor. Out of all the races who voted Republican, this was the deciding factor with you Negro women of the downfall of this election. But this is sit back and watch y'all make complete asses out of yourselves, blaming your counterpart, blaming your opposite for something that 12% could never do. There's people who are non-white and other who did more from this side than we could ever do.
Women who look like me were posting on this app about how it's okay that their boyfriend disagrees with them politically. And now I wake up this morning and you guys are talking about a 4B movement, a movement that completely, radically decenters men. We as a demographic could not even do step fucking 1. And now you guys are thinking that we're gonna go to step 15. 69% of white women voted for that man in Georgia yesterday. 69%. And I don't want to hear anybody that looks like me, oh, well, I didn't vote for him. No, this is a group project. This was a group project. We all failed. We all hold some responsibility to this.
I bet not see not one black woman a part of any feminist movement in this country, because this election just showed you that all the movement is about is protecting the privilege of white women and keeping you from any.
The same black women that be on this app screaming, girl, get you a white man. Get you a white man. Girl, you better get you a white man. They treat you better. It's interesting, because I'm sure the same women that got them a white man, those white men were at the polls checking off Donald Trump for president.
Dear Latinos, being racist to other Latinos, indigenous, and black folks will not bring you any closer to the whiteness that you crave so much. And if this message bothers you, then it was probably meant for you.
I know y'all seen that video of the Latino man, Angel Rodriguez, who voted for Donald Trump, and then he sent his kids to play with the neighbor's kids across the street, and then those people who also voted for Donald Trump, mind you, told him to leave and that his kind isn't welcome here. What did you expect?
80% of black men voted for Kamala, so that proves that at the very least 80% of black men are going to protect black women.
And don't get it twisted. This internet thing, we've been knew that black men love black women. And obviously, as much as y'all shit on us online, we know that black women love black men. Like, whenever it's time to protect, whenever somebody gets hurt, whenever it's whatever, y'all leading the protest. Black women are always in the forefront to make sure they protect the black men. And on the other side of that, black men today proved, or yesterday proved, and October 18th proved that they love black women.
I do believe black men deserve an apology for the way they were treated before the election, because y'all made it seem like all black men or majority of black men were on the bandwagon of Trump, and like all of them were just stupid and so pressed over $1,200, which a lot of them were. 20% of them were. So y'all were right about that 20%. But the way, like, especially how Obama and them came out, y'all made it seem like 60, 70%, even 50% of them were gonna go out and vote for this man, and they didn't. And I feel like, just as the black community, like us, like this is a us problem right now. Like, we definitely need to love on our black men, because I know, how are we ever supposed to see a change in them if we always are expecting them to do the worst? Like,
black man, I am so thankful for you, the way that you carry the weight of the world on your shoulders and you still show up. The way that you move through the universe, commanding your space in it. You are seen, and it is a pleasure seeing you. Nobody could ever quantify the significance of your presence. You are individually designed, battle-tested, and blessed with the power of being boundless. Thank you for existing. You complement the world so well.
Thank you to the 80% of black men who sided with us. It honestly made me feel better, because I thought it was going to be the complete opposite. I thought it was going to be 70% for Trump. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Especially because you guys took so much shit during the election season. Everyone was talking shit to you guys. Everyone was beating down your throat. And you guys really showed up. So I'm applauding. I'm giving you your flowers. Thank you so much.
Now, I've read some of your comments, and some of you all think that I'm purposely trying to divide the black community, black men against black women. And that's not the case. I am identifying behaviors that tend to harm the black community that no one wants to talk about. Let me be clear. I want nothing more than black men and black women to get together. But we learned that other races of women are loyal to their men. Have black women been loyal to black men like that? Just because black women refuse to date outside of their race doesn't mean that y'all more loyal.
Black women tend to only have an issue with authority and rebel against authority when it's a black man. You wanna know how I know? Because when you go to that job and your boss tell you to do something, you gonna do it without no problem. You don't have an issue when it's the white man telling you what to do. But when it's the black man, your black man, the one you chose, the one you laid down with, the one you married, had kids with, you have an issue with him leading and taking charge.
As we can see from this election, no one has black people's back but black people. We need to come together. We need to stop trying to help others and start to help ourselves. Because one thing that this election has shown us, we're all we got.
If it wasn't for black people fighting for civil rights, wouldn't nobody have no rights. We spearheaded that movement. We were the one getting water hosed down. We were the one getting, bit by dogs, beat up in lunch counters and all that, integration and all that. We did that. Now, I'm not gonna say that other races, some of them didn't contribute and march with us, but for the most part, we was getting our ass tore out the frame so we could have some damn rights. The Asians, the Mexicans, Latinos, they all got bunched in there as well, but they didn't put in the work. They're not in the fight with us. Don't ever forget that. They're not marching beside us like they're brothers and sisters. They put us on our own. We was on a damn island yesterday, and the Asians showed us, and the Latinos showed us. And that's the reason why I said, if they don't respect us, we should boycott their restaurants. We should boycott their the whole nine. Cannot continue to keep on giving them our money, and they don't respect us as people.
What we gonna do? We gonna stay out of y'all taco stores. We are not gonna be coming to y'all taco trucks no more. We not gonna be coming to buy them burritos at the store no more. Since we not good enough for y'all, I hope Mega come in the hood, Make America Great in the hood, come in the hood and support you like black people been supporting you for a long time. Since we not good enough for y'all, why should we give y'all our money? I fucking make tacos at home.
They gonna tell me, you need to be careful out there. The KKK and the Proud Boys is running around.
Oh, we done being Black Panther. Those days over. We Killmonger now.
A mercenary nicknamed Killmonger.
But I'm speaking to my black people, my black community. No more. If it ain't about us, then it ain't about shit. If y'all don't care about my life, I don't care about y'all life.
What did you think about today's video? I want to hear from you down in the comments below, and you're going to want to watch this video right here. I promise you, you're going to enjoy it.